Is an aquaponics system hard to maintain? Now at the moment we're only talking about your small little barrel type system, and I want to say no, it is not hard to maintain. But I also say that about my big system, and I say that about looking after my cats, my car, everything. No, it's not hard. But you do have to you have to keep onto it. It's like getting your car serviced. If you get your car serviced regularly, then it doesn't take much to maintain it, does it? You've got to check your water, your oil, your petrol, and your tyres. You're sweet. And I know a lot of people who just do the whole petrol thing and leave everything else up to the mechanic. Your aquaponics system, you've got your fish down the bottom, and I know you can't see that on the camera, but you've seen it on other videos. You've got the fish down the bottom, the water is pumping water into a solids remover. So we're removing solids from the system straight away, and this is one way in which we're doing the car servicing. We're maintaining our system by removing solids before it gets into a grow bed. A lot of people have the solid waste going straight into the grow bed. And what that does is that means in about 6 months you're going to have a hell of a lot of work to do. So I'm all about prevention and minimising the work that we have to do later. So for me, I remove my solids before the water goes anywhere else. Then all you need to do on a daily basis, when you're feeding your fish, when you're harvesting your veggies or your herbs, are the fish feeding? Is your pump working? Is there water anywhere that there shouldn't be water? That is how simple it can be. You can make it really complex, and when you have a bigger system, obviously it's a bit more work. Just like if you've got the small brand new car when you're 18 years old, there's less work there than when you're, a bit more mature and your car might be a bit more complicated. Well, especially when I think about, for me, when the old-fashioned cars versus today, everything sort of is done for you. It's all electric. Very, very simple and easy to maintain, especially the small system. There are some water quality tests that you need to understand, but again, just like driving a car, we have to understand why does the car need petrol. We have to know where things are at. Okay, the water quality testing, which I'll be able to show you, and there's plenty of videos out there that I've been creating showing you about your water quality. That just helps to keep everything in balance. It's like when we go to the doctor, every year we have our blood test, and the doctor just does that check to make sure that we're okay. They check our blood pressure as well, they check our cholesterol, our triglycerides, all that other stuff. We're doing the same thing within the aquaponics system because it's an ecosystem, and we're wanting to make sure that it's all okay. So the water quality testing is something that we do every week. Every day the maintenance that's involved is checking fish feeding. Are there any pests eating my plants? How rude of them. And making sure that the water's flowing where it should be and there's no water where it shouldn't be. This does come down to your design, making sure we've got a good design to start with, that way we can prevent a problem rather than having to fix it. Okay? Just like if we have our car serviced on a regular basis, the mechanic can tell us in advance something's not quite right here, we need to get this fixed or that fixed, and we know for next time we put our car in to be serviced. Whereas if we don't do that and suddenly it just dies, a service might have prevented that, or it might have helped to identify what's going on. Okay, so we do want to focus on prevention rather than trying to fix, and that's why our daily checks, very, very simple checks, and we can do that while we're coming out to feed our fish. Very, very simple. Okay?